Hey, what's up everyone, Saintsfan back again with another GTA 5 video, and today I got something pretty interesting. So, I don't know if this is part of the next DLC, or if this is something they just didn't cut out of the import-export update, but either way, it's still pretty interesting, and I want to get you guys' opinion on it. Later on today, as always, there'll be a Rockstar Logic, so hopefully check that out. But what I want to talk about is this vehicle warehouse. That's not really a vehicle warehouse. It's really weird. I'll show, well, you can just see where we're at in the gameplay. We're basically right by the strip club, kind of by Benny's as well. There is this big warehouse-looking building, and it says foreign and domestic on it. Now, the odd part about it is that when you drive up to it, you actually get the message, like if you go to the garage door, it says this warehouse is for vehicle cargo only and special vehicles or something like that, which is really odd considering this is not a vehicle cargo warehouse. This is not one of the options you can buy. Now, this could be a few things. One, it could be something that they just, maybe this was one of the vehicle warehouses that they were going to add, but they decided not to. Although, I don't know why, because it's actually a pretty cool looking building. It's in a great location because it's like right next to the city. And I'm sure this one, if they wanted to, if it maybe was too good of a location, and that's why they removed it. Maybe they could, or I'm sure they could have charged $5-6 million for it, compared to, I think, what, the highest one's $3 million? I don't know. But that's one reason, and that's probably the more likely reason. But I don't want to count out the fact that we could see more vehicle warehouses in the future. Now, I don't think they'll do an Import-Export 2 DLC, but let's just say they release one of those surprise DLCs where they give us, a few cars perhaps, and then maybe they introduce a few more vehicle warehouses, which, especially if they're in good locations like this one, I mean, some people might actually go out and purchase them, because I'm sure if you all have the cheapest warehouse, the $1.5 million one, I'm sure if you're delivering cars, you've seen people literally just camp outside of that building. It's so crowded at that building, so I'm sure people, especially if they've made a lot of money from the import-export business, they might want to change it out. They might want to exchange for a different location. And honestly, the ones in the game at the moment, none of them I would say are worth it to change to. But this one's in a great location because it's right by the city, it's right by the interstate, it's right by a lot of things. So this one, if they did come out and released it and made it $5 million instead of $3 million, then I could see some people going out and purchasing it. Now, the interesting part is this is the only one that has been found, like the only warehouse type of building that has been found that gives you that message, even though it's not a warehouse. I'm wondering if there are other places around the city or maybe even around the map that give you that same vehicle cargo only message. I mean, a scenario that is kind of likely to happen in my mind would be when Valentine's Day comes out. If that is somewhat of a surprise update, they release a few cars and then they release a few more vehicle warehouses. I think that would be kind of cool. I mean, I don't know. It would depend on, obviously, what they do, where they're at, how much they cost and all those things. But I think that's definitely a possibility. I don't want to make this a super long video because that's basically like all we got. I just thought that was pretty interesting and I want your guys' take on it. What do you think this is all about? Do you think this is just cut content, like it was a warehouse they were working on and they're like, you know what? It's in too good of a location, we're not going to put it in? Or do you think that this is an indication that we may be seeing more vehicle warehouses in the future? And maybe this one's a bigger one and there's more room for special vehicles. I don't know. I mean, there's a few options, obviously, at the moment. We don't really know what's going on. Hopefully we get some information soon from Rockstar. I mean, we got the somewhat informative Newswire post last week talking about, or telling us to stay tuned for upcoming DLCs, but maybe this week we'll get an actual Newswire post telling us, what the next, or one of the next DLCs is. Anyway, that is it with the video. Thank you all for watching. Rockstar Logic, like I said, will be out later on today, so hopefully check that out. But yeah, just let me know what you think about this whole warehouse and message popping up. Funny note, it doesn't pop up, and I don't know if you saw this, but it doesn't pop up if you actually bring a special vehicle near it. So it only shows up if you bring a regular or a personal vehicle to it. So I don't know what to make of it, but yeah, let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? That is it though, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.